Okay, I would like to call the meeting to order. May I have a roll call, please?
Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2.
Eli Torres, Precinct 4.
Richard Cortez, County Judge. That constitutes a quorum of 3.
Item 2, the prayer, if you don't mind.
Please.
Let us pray. Father God, again, we give you thanks for another day that you've given us, Lord, to come serve, Lord. We continue to pray for our county, Lord. Continue to pray for our leadership, Lord, the judge, the commissioners that you've appointed to lead this great county, Lord. Continue to lift them up to you, Lord. Continue to provide them your wisdom, Lord, your insight, Lord, and more importantly, your peace through your Son, Jesus, Lord, as they continue to make all the decisions that affect us all, Lord. Just continue to pray for all the leadership that we have in our great county, Lord. Continue to ask for your wisdom for myself, Lord, for all our workers at the Drainage District, all our workers at the county as well, Lord. We also lift up the family of Leonel Luna today, Lord. We pray for them. The passing of Mr. Luna was so short, not unexpected, Lord. We know that everything that you do or everything that happens is in your control, Lord, in your time, Lord. And we just pray for their family, the wife and kids, Lord, to watch over them, and the extended family as well, Lord, that may comfort them, and all your comfort may come through your Son around them, Lord. We just ask you to continue to provide guidance in all that we do, Lord. I ask this in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Next item is the approval of the consent agenda.
There is one item that I would like to be requested to remove, item 5A.
Motion to approve all the rest of the agenda, or consent agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 5AA, request approval invoice number 06840007A. That item, we are not ready to proceed on that. We'll bring back in the next board meeting. Everything else is in order, so it's been approved. We'll move to, if I may, sir, item 5. Oh, I'm sorry, open forum. I apologize. I jumped right over open forum. You do have open forum, right?
We do have,
I apologize.
under open forum, we do have 3 participants, if I'm not mistaken. I will ask the audience, or remind the audience to please respect the speaker's time at the podium. There is a 3-minute time limit, and I will advise when there is 1 minute. Our first speaker is Valerie Tovar.
Bueno, Valerie, viene en camino un poquito tarde, pero me dijo que le pasara este mensaje a la comisionada, ¿verdad? Queremos darle las gracias porque tuvieron una limpieza en la colonia Huizache 10 y queremos darle las gracias, comisionada, porque hicieron muy buen trabajo, porque ahí se inundaba mucho la colonia, ¿verdad? Entonces había mucha basura y gracias a usted, comisionada Eli, y se hizo un buen trabajo sus trabajadores, y Valerie venía muy agradecida, nada más que se le descompuso su carro. Pero sí queremos seguir trabajando con usted porque hay muchas colonias que todavía se inundan en el precinto 4. Gracias. También recordarles de nuestra marcha de César Chávez, que va a ser el 30 de marzo. Ojalá que puedan acompañarnos. Gracias.
Did I need to translate? No. So the translators
Oh,
you can do it.
well, no, could you please just real quick translate?
Good morning. I'm not Valerie. Valerie is in a way. She was running a little bit late because of problems with her car, but I just wanted to take advantage to thank Commissioner Eli Torres for the cleanup that they did in our colonia with such a number 11. You personnel did a really fantastic job. We're really grateful because all this trash ends up in the ditches and preventing for the water to run out of our colonia. So it's very related to the drainage, and so we're really grateful for the great job, and we just wanted to continue working with you in these endeavors because there's still a lot of colonias that needs care. So thank you so much, Commissioner, for the attention that you put to our colonia. We also wanted to remind everybody of the Commission that our march in honor of Cesar Chavez is on the 30th of March at 9 o'clock, and we'll hope to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next speaker is Hilda Salinas. Oh, okay. Jaime Sanchez? Salazar, I'm sorry.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Jaime Salazar for the record.
I'm sorry. It's time for a new pair of glasses.
Judge, Commissioners, just wanted to take this time, as Mr. Cecin mentioned during his prayer, Mr. Leonel Luna, a member of the district and county family, passed away at the age of 44 years old. Mr. Luna was recently diagnosed with cancer and was on his way back from Houston, I guess from his first treatment, and was in an automobile accident. Mr. Luna would have celebrated his 45th birthday yesterday. He was married with 4 daughters. We ask that you please keep him and his family in your prayers. Thank you.
Last speaker is Mr. Joe Rodriguez.
Good morning. Just to touch up, it's a great job that District 1 has been doing. They've been maintaining the overflow ditches and the holding ponds. They're doing a great job in keeping up with the maintenance of the cutting of the weeds. And Precinct 4, Ms. Torres, Commissioner Torres, beg my pardon. I'm sorry. I understand she's working with them, and she's trying to clean up all these tires that are being dumped in there and the trash that's being dumped in there. So kudos to you and to them for doing a great job. One brief touch-up off the subject is if you all could actually move the forum from Commissioner's Court back up to the beginning like drainage. So actually we can actually have the public here when we say and voice the concerns. That way they're not gone, and it actually goes out there and more people hear about it. And I understand that we're not supposed to speak about anything else at this time except for drainage district business. So it should be held, no disrespect to them or anybody else that comes up here and speaks at this time, but it should be held the same across for the entire people, for the entire public, whether it be the Owls, myself, or anybody else that comes up here and speaks. You shouldn't have a double standard. Just like you shouldn't have a double standard doing personal business with county business. Don't do that. Hold everybody the same. That's as a public concern. Thank you. Great job, Ms. Torres. Commissioner Torres, sorry.
That's all we have, Judge.
Okay, we're back to our agenda items. Item 5.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Discussion approve resolution in support of House Bill 13 and HJR 81 by Representative Dade Phelan and Senate Bill 1521 and SJR 51 by Senator Honey Jr.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. And we want to thank Senator Hinojosa for that.
Oh, yes, definitely. It's a real good bill for our area. Hopefully it's successful.
Hey, Raul, real quickly, can you see if we can get a way to approve these items by just saying 6A and then unless there's questions or concerns?
Of course, because this is just a standard advertising.
No, but I'm talking about because I think what we've been wanting to do is just get the item 6A and then we approve or disapprove.
I agree with you. Yeah.
You want to try it? Is that all right with
item
you?
6A?
Ivan?
It's been posted and.
Is that all right with everyone else? Okay.
Item 6A?
Go ahead.
As posted.
Yes.
As posted?
6A is posted?
Yes.
6A as posted?
I mentioned that because
Questions?
everybody seems to
No,
be.
I understand.
6A, motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
6B is posted.
Approved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 7A is posted.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Commissioner.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
And 7B is posted as well.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 8A is posted.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 8B1 is posted.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item B, AB2 as posted.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 9A is posted.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 9B is posted.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
We do have just two small items on executive session.
Pursuant to Government Code Section 551.071 and 551.072, we're going to go into closed session to discuss those items. We'll return once we complete to do that to take action.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. We're back from closed session. We're back from closed session. Are there any action items to be taken?
For
Excuse me, for the record, Commissioner Flores joined us at 9:44 this morning.
item 11A, real estate acquisition will proceed as directed, and 11B, no action.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
You have 5 minutes, Judge.
Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. I have a roll call.
Eddie Cantu from Precinct 2.
Joe Flores, Precinct 3.
Eli Torres, Precinct 4.
Richard Cortez, County Judge. We have a quorum. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Lord, inspire us today with the qualities of good leadership and give insight to help us make wise decisions, courage to make difficult choices, and compassion for the needs of others. Make us a model of justice and honor in the world. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. With the approval of the consent agenda, does any commissioner want to pull any of those items out?
Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, there is one that we will pull out, item 2, consent agenda, item 2A.
Make a motion to approve the rest of the consent.
Second.
All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, item, consent agenda, item 2A, there is no action today.
Okay. Next item is the County Judge's Office.
Good morning. Item 5A is
So
discussion.
moved.
Second.
Judge, we probably just need to read the caption.
Oh, the caption.
Okay, can you say that out loud, Steve?
Yeah, I think it'd be better until technology, as we've discussed, catches up with us, that at least the caption needs to be read.
What's the caption, Steve?
Item 5A is discussion, consideration, and action on Hidalgo County Thoroughfare Plan 2018 amendments.
Can I get a clarification? What are you saying, Steve? What do you want read?
I just want the item, the caption read.
What is the caption?
Well, on this one, it's just what she just read.
Well, then it's going to be the whole item. Why can't we just say 5A?
We probably need to go back into closed session.
But if you don't think we can do it, we won't do it.
I think we can, I'd prefer right now until we have the discussion that we just read the caption, the agenda item.
Okay, we're going to have a presentation?
Not that I'm
No?
aware of.
Okay. All those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 5B is requesting a declaration of public purpose pursuant to Article 3, Section 52 of the Constitution of the State of Texas for the purchase of promotional items for the County Judge's Office, Public Affairs Division, and Emergency Management for promotional items to be used for educational and training purposes.
Move for approval.
Second.
I want to add for all of the fiscal year of 20 of 2019 to that. Is that acceptable to the motion and the second?
It is, yes.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
you.
We have a district attorney's office.
Judge, oh, there's Ms. Rosie.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Rosalinda Cantu presenting for the District Attorney's Office. Item 6A, we're asking for approval to ratify the request for an amendment to the agreement between the McCain Institute for International Leadership at Arizona State University and Hidalgo County of the Criminal District Attorney.
Approval. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Number 2, we're requesting approval to accept amended agreement between the McCain Institute for International Leadership at Arizona State University and Hidalgo County Office of the Criminal District Attorney, and authorization for county judge as authorized official to sign amended agreement.
Move approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 3, approval of certification of revenues by the county auditors for the amended funds for the FY 2019 Buffett McCain Institute, Arizona State University, and appropriation of same.
Move approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion
Aye.
carries.
Item 6B, DA's Victims Unit Court Advocate Project Grant, Fund 1281. Approval to submit a ViewCap grant number 3596401 budget adjustment to the Office of the Governor.
Move approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 6C, District Attorney's Office, Leo's Fund 1220. We're asking for approval of certification of revenues by the county auditors for the 2019 Leo's allocation of the District Attorney's Office in the amount of $1,253.26 from the State Comptroller, and approval to appropriate same.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item D, Hidalgo County DA's Office, Region 3 Border Prosecution Unit, Grant Fund 1281. We're asking for approval to submit a BPU grant number 2537808 budget adjustment to the Office of the Governor.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
May I proceed to HIDA? The HIDA
Yes.
section. Item 7A, HIDA Task Force Fund 1291, approval of appropriation of funds for the Hidalgo County HIDA Task Force, grant number G18SS0002A, grant supplement number 2 in the amount of $81,500.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 7B, HIDA Task Force Fund 1291, discussion, consideration, and approval to submit the 4-part SF 424 application form related to the ONDCP High Intensity Drug Trafficking Areas Program fiscal year 2019, with authority for county judge to sign required documentation. Application includes the following: 1, 2, 3, 4. The general application, the BF information, non-construction programs, assurances, non-construction programs, and the lobbying form.
Move for approval for 7B 1, 2, 3, 4.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
David Freeland with the Sheriff's Office. I can begin.
Please.
Okay. Under 8A, item 69257, 2017 Operation Stone Garden, 1284. Authorization and approval to submit a budget amendment, FRAG, and Price Act waiver in reference to Operation Stone Garden 2017.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item B, 69301, Jail Commissary, 2102, approval and certification of revenues by the county auditor and appropriation of funds in the amount of $9,770.61.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item C, 69241, discussion, consideration, and approval to appoint Aliyah Kano, student at South Texas College, as an intern under the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office Law Enforcement Internship Program for the period of March 2019 to April 2019.
Move for approval.
Second.
I don't think I've ever seen that name before, and she's got a very unique name. All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item D, 69211, pursuant to 351.0415C5, Sheriff's Office purchase of contractual services for the repair of damages in the kitchen floor drains areas and improvement at the adult detention facility, also known as the county jail, through HC's membership participation with PCA contract number 3-100-17, TX, awarded JOC vendor Hunt and Woodruff Construction Company, LLC, in the amount of $7,147.87.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Under E, item 69226, Sheriff's Department ICE overtime, 1284. Part 1, approval to accept overtime funding from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, for fiscal year 2019 in the amount of $30,000, which would be $15,000 per officer. Part 2,
Yeah, go ahead.
authorization to pay overtime reimbursable under the grant terms and conditions. Part 3, approval of certification of revenues as certified by county auditor for ICE overtime funding. And Part 4, approval of appropriation of funds in the amount of $30,000.
Move for approval on 8E, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Part F, item 69200, Sheriff's Office Operation Stone Garden, fiscal year 2016, 1284, ratification and acceptance to accept extension for fiscal year 2016 Operation Stone Garden to May 31st, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
And the last item, G, 69166, the Sheriff's Office OCDEP, 1284, Part 1, approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditors for fiscal year 2019, OCDEP, OT, SW-TXS 1048, overtime agreement. And Part 2, approval of appropriation of funds in the amount of $14,000 in reference to investigation number SW-TXS-1048.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
And that's all I
Thank
have.
you
Thank
very
you for your
much.
time.
Go for it. Oh, sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Martin Blanco on behalf of Constable Celestino Avila. One item, item 9A. May I proceed?
Yes.
Requesting Commissioners Court approval of a finding and authorization pursuant to Article 3, Section 52A of the Texas Constitution, Section I, for the Hidalgo County Constable's Office Precinct 1 to purchase consumable items and imprint the Constable's Office logo on said items, which will serve as public purpose through our educational, instructional, and training programs.
Move for approval.
Second.
Judge, Commissioners, and this would be for fiscal year 2019.
Okay. With that modification, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Judge, Commissioners, good morning. Armando Campos for Constable Martin Cantu. We have one item, 69183, discussion, consideration, and approval to appoint Melissa Vasquez as Reserve Deputy Constable by Constable Martin Cantu, Constable Precinct 2, in accordance with the Texas Local Government Code, Section 86.012.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners, Chief Deputy Gonzalez for Precinct 3 Constable's Office. Today we have Constable's Office approval to appropriation of Hidalgo County Constable Precinct 3 Chapter 59 balance in the amount of $24,790.75.
Move for approval.
Second.
What is Chapter 59? Help me, I just got
Chapter
here.
59 is seizure funds through the state, sir.
All right. We have a motion to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Number B is approval and appropriation of the Hidalgo County Constable Precinct 3 2018 Treasury Fund balance in the amount of $6,425.02.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
These are also seizure funds.
Motion carries.
C, appropriation, approval and appropriation of Hidalgo County Constable Precinct 3 2018 Federal Sharing DOG Fund balance in the amount of $11,698.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
And D, Constable Precinct 3 Lejos, approval and certification of revenue by Hidalgo County Auditor in the amount of $1,595.76, and approval of appropriation of funds.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. Javier Rodriguez for Precinct 4 Constables. Item 12A, requesting authorization and approval for County Treasurer to process payment for medical reimbursement in the amount of $83 for Deputy Constable Romeo Pena Jr. after auditing procedures are completed by the County Auditor. Deputy Pena paid for medical expenses out of pocket as required by the Texas Department of Public Safety for his current assignments.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 12B, approval of certification of revenues as certified by the County Auditor for the 2019 Peace Officer allocation LEOS funds awarded and received from the Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts Office in the amount of $1,767.52 and appropriation of same.
May I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 12C, approval of appropriation of funds into the Constable Precinct 4 U.S. Treasury account in the amount of $47,787.72.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank
I
you.
want to move the open session forward to this point. So item 32, do we have anybody signed up?
Yes, sir, we do have two participants. I will remind the audience to please respect the speaker's time at the podium. There is a 3-minute time limit, and I will advise when there is 1 minute. First speaker is Ms. Fern McClarity.
Y'all keep surprising me and moving us different places, but I'm ready. I thought the city of FAR was fast with what they do, but with y'all talking about moving 1 through 9 just now in the drainage, why didn't you just go 1 through 9, we vote for it and move on? Today, in the Commissioner's Court, you could have went, why don't we just okay 5A through 26H? We could be out of here in less than 3 or 4 minutes. I don't understand why you want to do this when the public has no idea, and a lot of people don't have computers or printers, so they're able to look at what you just voted on. But you're so quick at spending their money that you think it's okay just real quick. Why are y'all here? Why do we even have a Commissioner's Court if you're going to do that? Today I have 2 questions on the agenda. Since y'all jumped to me, I don't get to ask what it is. I see that number 16H, someone's getting a $6,730 raise. Don't quite understand. I see that you can inch it up, $500, $1,500, but $6,730. I hope you'll explain when you get to that one and not just jump over it like some of you wanted to do. And at 26B1, this is Precinct 1, we would like it also, I filled out the participation form. We're going to lease a mobile office trailer, and for what? For what department? Not to exceed $110,000. We could buy a trailer for less money for 12 months. And if it does go to $110,000, that's $9,166.67 a month. And I don't understand why we're leasing it, why we're paying possibly not to exceed $110,000. At that price, let's buy one. You can buy a used one pretty easy and cheap. Thank you.
Next presenter is Mr. Joe Rodriguez.
Commissioner, Judge, just to thank the law enforcement on the job they're doing during spring break, keeping everybody out there safe. Just a reminder to them, keep themselves safe too. They got families to go home to, so be safe out there. We thank you for your service and your duty. The other topic is just for Commissioner Torres. I understand that a lot of people buy the permits for the trash and they only have one vehicle and they live on a fixed income, so they can't afford to go and buy another sticker. As the way I understand, they're being told right now. They can only, if they don't come in that vehicle, they can't get a little sticker with their ID or anything like that to go throw their trash if they get help from somebody else. And just thank you for moving everything up. But also, if you're going to vote on something and make it a law or a proclamation, take into consideration, you need to let the people know so they have an ability to come up here and voice their concerns, whether they're for it or against it. And thank you again, and thank you to the law enforcement again.
Thank you. That's all we have, Judge.
Okay. Back to a regular agenda item. Item number 13, Tax Office.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioner Santos Castilleja, Motor Vehicle Manager. Item 13A, discussion and approval to execute an interlocal agreement between the County of Hidalgo and the City of Edcouch for implementation of scofflaw procedures and processes for vehicle registration denial services.
Move for approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Eric?
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Eric Sanchez, Hidalgo County Fire Marshal's Office. Agenda item 14A, the discussion and approval, correction. 14A, the requesting approval to rescind action taken November 20th, 2018, agenda items 67, 62, 6, and December 18, 2018, agenda item 68, 100, regarding approval of the 2019 Rural Emergency Service Interlocal Agreement. Number 2 is going to be the discussion.
We need action. Yeah, we need action on that.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Why were you doing that?
Judge, we brought these back in November. We brought 15 contracts to court. They got approved, and in December we brought the extra 5. There were some discrepancies on the verbiage in the contract and the reimbursement rates. They actually went out incorrect. So we have made the corrections. We have gone through legal, and we have done our due diligence to do all the corrections on all these contracts. And we're going to be delivering them out to the cities to get their approval as well.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Well, and that's why I asked you the question, because, you know, we have very little time to go over how many contracts?
20, Judge. Yes, sir.
20. And I don't know if everybody went through them all, but, you know, you just admitted that you made some mistakes in the past.
Yes, sir.
Is there urgency for us to approve this today?
The urgency is that through the auditor's office as well, we had to exchange the dates to make them correct. So as these fire departments are responding to the calls, the reimbursements are coming to our office in a billing form. We approve them, they get sent back to the auditors, so payment is to be rendered to the departments individually from January to now.
Okay. Do you all want to approve?
Yes, motion approved. Did we already, motion approved?
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Judge, Commissioners, if I may, 15A, 1 and 2, there's no action today. Item 15B is discussion approval on Senate Bill, House Bill, and House Joint Resolution relating to funding of flood planning mitigation infrastructure projects. This is the same discussion or action that was taken under the Drainage District.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item C, under environmental compliance, I'm asking approval of a revised agreed order, docket number 2017-1771 WQE, and this is with authority for Judge Richard F. Cortez, County Judge, to sign the stormwater permit violation with.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item D is I'm asking the court for a partial insurance settlement check related to storm damages to county precinct during the June rain event. And it would be from Evanston Insurance in the amount of $11,556.17.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item D2 and 3 related requests and action. It's the approval of 2019 certification of revenues by our county auditor. Funds received from the partial insurance settlement check related to storm damages. June rain event, again, $11,556.17. And the appropriation of funds into the Flood Control Water Extract 2019 in that same amount, $11,556.17, related to the June 2018 event.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item E is I'm asking the court to purchase wireless device as listed on the agenda. It would be for the tax office and planning department.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Mr. Silguero?
Good morning, Judge. Commissioner Raul Silguero from Primary Human Resources. Item 16A, the first order of business is to request a waiver of the budget amendment policy for personnel-related amendments for personnel items that may be listed below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item B, as I understand it, Mr. Guerra, we're going to take no action on it. Judge, Commissioners.
Well, no, I'd like to take action on it, but with the correction. It's approval to pay longevity pay for employees listed in Exhibit A. This would be a corrective action on employees that may have been affected on the longevity pay schedule, with us coming back with the revised policy and applicable rates with respect to the classes that we have on our longevity pay schedule.
Say that again.
Rewind the tape.
The policy, we have two.
I'm glad I was the only.
We have a county longevity policy, but the statute allows or requires that the sheriff's deputies be paid longevity pay at a rate not less than $5 a month up to 25 years. The county policy says we pay employees $5 a month up to 30 years. And we have some sheriff's deputies that have exceeded 25 years, and the idea is to align them with the county policy. But apparently, we can't do that way, and Mr. Guerra is suggesting that instead of doing that we increase the pay to $6 a month instead of $5, and at the end, they'll be maxed out at $1,800, the same as the county employees.
Right. That was the initial intent to begin with when the policy was created. Except there was, Josie, you want to?
Sure. There are two specific statutes that regarding longevity pay.
Right.
There's one that addresses sheriffs, deputies, as well as detention officers. There's an additional statute that references deputy constables. So deputy constables are allowed to receive longevity up to 30 years, sheriff's deputies up to 25. But what the statute does allow is for commissioner's court to set a rate. So you can adjust the rate as to the sheriff's deputies so that they essentially receive the same benefit that the deputy constables do. And so we've had situations in the past where employees have gone from working as a deputy to working for the county, working as a probation officer or a bailiff at the courthouse, working for a deputy constable's office. And so what's happened is as they've moved across lines, some have received the benefit and some have had the benefit taken away. And so that's what we're trying to correct.
Right. So all I'm asking is for the court to take the action. We come back with the revised policy and applicable rates. We're working with legal, and then we'll have it on our next court session.
So we're not going to take action on today's item, right?
You're going to come back with a recommended changes to the policy and rates to address that issue.
Yeah, I have a question.
So then we don't
I don't know how you can set the rate if you haven't already adopted the revised policy.
No, we're not. That's the whole purpose of coming back next court session.
So there's no action today.
Right. Okay.
That's the point I was trying to make.
All right.
Okay, we'll come back with that. The next item, item C, is discussion, consideration, and action on the proposed Hidalgo County security camera policy. We have a policy attached to that since we have security cameras in all of our own buildings, county-owned buildings, and these buildings. This policy, I'm not going to read the policy, it's attached, but it basically outlines when and how security cameras are to be installed, how images are to be stored and recorded, the appropriate use, security cameras, confidentiality of information, and requests for records. How we deal with all of that is the purpose of the policy. So if we get court approval, I will have to take this also to civil service.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, no, go ahead. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion, okay. How is the policy developed and by whom?
The policy was developed by the executive office, Mr. Guerra's office, who his staff, he has staff people that install the cameras and review the cameras, the information and the recordings. Right. Mr. Guerra?
And it was, and yes, and then we vet the policy through Ms. Josephine Ramirez's office. Or vetted the policy.
Okay, and where, other than when we take action here, do you get input from the governing board?
Mr. Guerra's office coordinates with the appropriate, I guess.
This, and Judge, this has been an ongoing project now for quite some.
I'm trying to learn the procedure here. The staff sets policy or recommends policy, and we get to either agree with it or not. My question is, when do you ever ask for the input of the governing body in coming up with the recommendation that you're going to give us?
Normally, Judge, when we are in the process of developing a policy, we visit with the elected official.
Normally. So
normally, we visit with them individually to go over and see before we come to court. In this case, I'm not sure what Mr. Guerra.
All right, I think I got it. Okay. So do we have a motion and a second? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item D, Health Benefits Administration. We have asking approval to extend a temporary full-time position for 13 weeks beginning April 1 and ending 6/30. This position was previously approved. We're just extending because the temporary work has not been completed. This is in the insurance department.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 16E, this is the District Attorney Border Prosecution Initiative, approval of the following personnel action effective upon Commissioner's Court approval. They're asking simply to assign the auto allowance of $900 from the position previously District Attorney 3 to the position the District Attorney 4. The person was promoted to that position, but we failed to follow the auto allowance that goes with that.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
For the tax office, item 16F is approval of the following personnel action effective 3/4/2016. This is to add clothing allowance. We came to court the last time and provided the clothing allowance to the auto theft investigators. They're supposed to get a certain type of uniform, and this will allow them to pay for that. But we had one position that we didn't include. There was a vacant position, and the allowance is the same. It's $500 for that.
So move approval. Second.
There's a motion and a second. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item G, discussion, consideration, and approval to extend an internship approved by Commissioners Court on 1/15/2019 at the listed agenda item for Anise Vasquez as a volunteer intern under the Hidalgo County Auditor's Office through March 31st, 2019. This is an unpaid intern
Motion
position.
approved. Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item H, domestic violence court grant. This is a grant that has been received by the county, and it's allocated to several departments. One of the things that I wanted to mention to the court, when an employee is hired through a grant, we have the employee sign a form saying that this is a grant-funded position. If the grant is not renewed, then you may be losing your job, right? Now, this is also a grant, but it's not for positions. These are to pay a supplemental amount to existing employees, county employees, to do additional work related to that grant, specific work for that grant. I would recommend to the court that we also do a form for these employees that says you're getting this supplemental grant. If it goes away, the grant goes away, because we have had instances where there's an expectation that the county continue the supplemental pay, and I just wanted to make that clear, if that's the direction of the court.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
And
Motion carries.
you'll work on that, right?
Sir?
And you'll work on that?
Yes, I will, sir. Does that approve this item as listed? Or you want me to read the item?
Which one? We
We just approved it.
Okay, that's it. That's all I had.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Diana Serna for the Urban County Program.
Morning.
Good morning.
The first item on the agenda is 17A. It's approval of amended interlocal agreement between the County of Hidalgo by and through its Urban County Program and Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1 for the construction of drainage structures and improvements located in Precinct 4 and the construction of Trenton Drain Phase 2 and Trenton Drain Phase 3.
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 8.2 is in accordance with Section 791.014 of the Texas Government Code, requesting approval of the interlocal cooperation agreement for the Trenton Drain Phase 2 and Trenton Drain Phase 3.
Approval. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 17B is authorization for the Urban County Program to e-sign the Texas General Land Office contract number 12-406-000-6453, amendment number 5.
Approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item C, subject to compliance with House Bill 1295, when and if applicable, the Urban County Program is requesting the award of bids and the approval of contracts with RG Enterprises, LLC, doing business as G&G Contractors for the demolition and reconstruction of the following, which are 2 units in the countywide area, 1 unit in the city of Elsa, and 2 units in the city of Weslaco. And the total amount of the contract would be $317,500.
Move for approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item D is subject to compliance with House Bill 1295, requesting consideration and action to award and enter into a construction contract with Vencer Contractors, LLC, for the base bid, additive alternate number 1 and additive alternate number 2, in the amount of $393,626, using funding for the City of Alamo years 2017 and 2018, and this is for water and sewer improvements.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Rick Salinas representing Hidalgo County Health and Human Services.
Item 18A, requesting approval for the interlocal cooperation agreement between University of Texas Rio Grande Valley and the County of Hidalgo. The purpose of the agreement is to collaborate and exchange data to track and analyze the incidence of disease and/or infection and transmission in Hidalgo County.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
18B, requesting approval of the interlocal cooperation agreement between the City of Alamo and County of Hidalgo. The purpose of the agreement is for Hidalgo County's Health and Human Services Department to provide inspection and permitting of OSSF disposal systems within the City of Alamo jurisdiction as further described within the ILA.
What is OSSF?
It's the septic system that we use.
Off-
Yes.
okay.
The sewage.
Sure. Is there a motion?
Motion approved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
Item 18C, requesting approval of the interlocal cooperation agreement between the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley School of Nursing and the County of Hidalgo. The purpose of the agreement is for UTRGV School of Nursing in Hidalgo County to provide clinical education for nursing and allied health students at the clinical facilities which provide essential public health services and will serve to provide clinical support during public health exercises or emergent events as is further described and detailed in the interlocal attached herein.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 18D, requesting approval of the interlocal cooperation agreement between Hidalgo County and the College of Healthcare Professions. The purpose of the agreement is for the College of Healthcare Professions in Hidalgo County to provide clinical education for nursing and allied health students at the clinical facilities, which provides essential public health and will serve to provide clinical support during public health exercises or emergent events, as it is further described and detailed in the interlocal agreement attached herein.
Move for approval.
Second.
Who pays who? Is there any money associated with it?
You know what? That's a question that we'd have to defer to Eddie Olivares. I'm just here representing him today.
Okay, all right. All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Judge, Commissioners, if I may, for the adult probation for Mr. Arnold Patrick, it's his Fund 1289 Domestic Violence Grant. It's accepting of the Domestic Violence Grant from the Office of Governor, Criminal Justice Division in the amount of $175,460, and it is for the grant period of October 1st, 2018 through September 30th, 2019.
Approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
Item 19A2 is the appropriation of $175,460 as to the certification of revenues by the county auditor for the Domestic Violence Court Grant.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Jaime Longoria with Community Service Agency. Item 20A, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve contract number 611-90003053 in the amount of $421,358 with the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs for the Community Service Block Grant for Program Year 2019 with authorization for Jaime Longoria to electronically sign any and all pertinent documents.
Approval. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
For the court's information, that's just 1/4 of the CSBG allocation for this year. It comes in quarterly installments. Item B is discussion, consideration, and authorization for the Community Service Agency to submit a waiver to the Corporation for National and Community Service for approval of the employment of an RSVP director that will oversee the following programs: Retired Senior Volunteer Program Director, Senior Companion Program, and Foster Grandparent Program, as recommended by the CSA Advisory Board. Time allocation will be followed of 80%, will be the following: 80% RSVP, 10% senior companions, and 10% foster grandparents. In essence, what this is, members of the court, is previously last year, this is a 3-year grant. Last year, let me back up here. We've had retired senior volunteers in the county for 30 years. Last year, the senior companions and foster grandparents grant became available. We applied for that. It's 3 different programs. We applied for that, and because of that, now we're asking the corporation to allow us to have one director for all 3 programs. instead of having to hire one director for each separate program. In essence, it's cost savings and makes more efficient use of our funding. I will disclose to the court is my intent for the next meeting to come back, if this is approved by the corporation, to come back and then ask for an adjustment in the salary to reflect this person overseeing 3 programs instead of 1 program.
What's the pleasure of the Commissioner Court? I have a motion.
So moved.
Any discussion? Those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Item 20C, we'll take no action. We'll ask the court for no action. Thank you.
Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, for under WIC, 21A1, they're requesting approval to apply for the Lactation Support Center Services Strategic Expansion Program. And this would be for the period of September 1st, 2019 through August 31st of 2020 in the amount of $200,000 with 4 options to renew contracts based on the availability of funding.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
And item 2 is the approval to submit Form A face page for the Lactation Support Center Services.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Planning Department. Judge, I'm going to ask to skip that for right now. Let me find someone from Planning Department.
Precinct 2.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Item 23A, requesting approval of an interlocal cooperation agreement between the County of Hidalgo and the City of San Juan regarding the construction of a parking lot on City of San Juan right-of-way for the Precinct 2 Regional Linear Park Project Phase 1.
So move approval. Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 23A2, in accordance with Section 791.014 of the Texas Government Code, requesting approval of the interlocal cooperation agreement project regarding the construction of a parking lot on City of San Juan right-of-way for the Precinct 2 Regional Linear Park Project Phase 1.
Move approval. Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 23B1, approval of advanced funding agreement between Hidalgo County and the Texas Department of Transportation for Hidalgo County Precinct 2 Cesar Chavez Road project from Business 83 to Ridge Road, CSJ 0921-02-399, with authority for the county judge to sign the required documentation.
So move approval. Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 23B2, approval to issue check payable to the Texas Department of Transportation Trust Fund in the amount of $83,000 for the county's estimated share of direct state costs for preliminary engineering and right-of-way acquisition for the Hidalgo County Precinct 2 Cesar Chavez Road project, with authority for the county treasurer to issue check after review, audit, and processing procedures are completed by the county auditor.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Judge, I need to make a correction. Can we go back, please, if you don't mind, to item 16E?
Say that again.
Item 16E, I need to make a correction. I inadvertently just mentioned the auto allowance, but it's actually the deleting an Assistant District Attorney 3 position and creating a 4, and plus the auto allowance. I wasn't clear on that, so just to be clear.
Judge, I think we probably need to rescind the previous action.
Okay, I have a motion to rescind the previous action.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
So
I
the
have a
action
new
needed
motion.
would be to delete the position as listed with the auto allowance and to create the position as listed with the auto allowance.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, I apologize.
Thank you. No problem. Item 24, Precinct 3.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Victor Gallo with Commissioner Joe Flores' office.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Item 24A, requesting approval to accept counter offer to purchase a tract of land known as Parcel Number 38, associated with the Mile 3 Tom Gill Road to Goodwin Road project, with authority for the county judge to sign administrative evaluation and approval for.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
24B, requesting approval to accept the counter offer to purchase a tract of land known as Parcel 19, associated with the Liberty Road project Phase 1, with the authority for the county judge to sign the administrative evaluation and approval form.
For approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 24C, requesting approval to accept the counteroffer to purchase a tract of land known as parcel number 32 associated with the Mile 3 from Tom Gill Road to Goodwin Road project with the authority for the county judge to sign administrative evaluation and approval form.
For approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone
Thank you.
opposed? Motion carries.
Judge, if I may, Commissioners, I can present the planning items regarding drainage, actually a permit, so if you'd like, I can read that for the record. That's okay?
Sure.
All right, a pipeline utility a permit, and maybe a stipend, or no? What?
I'll give it to you.
Okay, all right. Pipeline utility, just joking. Pipeline utility permit, application Riverside Development Service LLC. And then the other one is for proposed Las Comadres. The other one is proposed improvements in right-of-way of Iowa Road. Both projects are dealing with drainage, interconnectivity from a development to a retention facility that we own. And then the other one is one of our rural drainage development projects in Precinct 4. So just asking for the permit for the board, the Commissioner's Court to issue permit for those storm sewers in the right-of-way.
Second.
Everything's in
Motion
order.
and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Morning, Judge, Commissioner Sergio Cruz, Department of Budget Management. Item 25A1, discussion, consideration, and approval of the following personnel actions as posted on the agenda, which is a change in funding source for the court reporter and the bail bond board.
Judge, Commissioners, and for the audience, for the record, Commissioner Torres is abstaining from any discussion and/or action on this item.
So noted.
Requesting approval.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
And item 25A.
Well, hold on. I'm going to vote yes also, so we can get a three.
And item
It'll be
25A2.
Three in favor and one abstention,
Yeah, 3 in favor, 1 abstention.
just for the record.
For the record.
And also recommending approval of item 25A2, which is approval of interdepartmental transfer.
I would say abstain.
So moved.
Second.
I vote aye also.
And Commissioner Torres is also abstaining from this one.
Okay, we have Commissioner Torres is also abstained. I vote in favor. The motion passes.
Item 25B, authorization and approval to deobligate $600 from Constable Precinct 2, Chapter 59 funds.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I also vote aye. Motion passes.
Item 25C1 is approval of 2018 appropriation of funds for courthouse security in the amount of $16,618.84.
Move for approval.
Second.
Now, to clear the negatives, how did that happen?
There was a journal entry that was posted on that fund, that particular fund. So it created a negative. So that's why we have to do the appropriation on that.
Okay, well, I'll ask about how the journal entry was made. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
I believe it was a reclassification of an expense.
Okay.
Of a different check. It was posted to a different account. So
Okay.
then we just have to put the money back in that one. And on item 25C2, we'll be taking no action. We'll bring that back next week, or next Commissioner. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Purchasing 26A1, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements. 262-024A4, a professional service.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
B is acceptance and approval of a letter of engagement with Ricardo Perez Law Firm, PLLC, in connection with legal matters subject to legal review and compliance with HC requirements. Legal review, it won't be done because neither council ever reviews a letter of engagement. However, if any requirements are needed, they will be requested.
So
For approval.
Second.
So this is in addition to the right-of-way people we already have?
Yes, sir. This is for the first project would be right-of-way acquisitions, because we've received environmental clearance already on TCEQ.
Hold on,
for
let me
the
answer the question.
Cesar
This
Chavez.
is for legal work. Our
For
right
legal
away agents do non-legal work.
well, but legal work in connection with right-of-way
Right,
acquisition.
for
No,
instance,
he answered,
eminent domain and
my,
stuff like
he
that.
answered
Okay.
my question.
And there was an observation on this one, I believe, and I think I've addressed it already.
All right, do we have a motion?
Second.
I make a motion.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 2 is for all judicial courts, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements, 262-024A4, a professional service.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
B is acceptance and approval of the professional court reporting services contract on an as-needed basis between Hidalgo County and Ruth C. Weiss, subject to compliance to all required
So move.
forms.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item B1, Precinct 1, authority to enter into an agreement with William Scotsman for a 12 months through IPA contract as listed, not to exceed $110,000. This mobile office trailer is being customized for the purpose of placement at the Precinct 1 offices, which are being, as we speak, they're moving back in from the build back. However, the tax office no longer resides within the precinct offices. There has been a lot of requests for there to be a temporary tax office placed for citizenry to go and take care of business. There is also on the agenda the moving on of the building of a substation for the tax office.
Right.
Part of this, part of the charges here would be the customizing, the setup, the delivery. Even if, as suggested earlier, we were to buy a used trailer, it would not be customized to what we need. Also, none of the setup costs would be included in just buying a trailer. So this is a remedy for something that is needed in Precinct 1.
May I have a motion, please?
So move.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Speaking of the tax office, construction approval of Amendment 1 to the contract with ROFA for the expansion of 700 square feet, and the amendment is needed in order to complete the current agreement with them for the building, the design and construction of a tax office.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Anyone
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries.
Item 3, approval to terminate current agreement with Protection One, formerly known as ASG Security, because they wish to just take it for 1 year and not an automatic renewal, so it'll be done through a PO only.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Speaking of Precinct 1 and the build back, acceptance and approval of certificate of substantial completion for the administration building located in Precinct 1, and that was the date of February 15th, and that's with the build back services for Joe Stevens, and it was through the buy board vendor, and
So
it's
moved.
been approved by the engineer.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
5A and B. A, approval to exercise the county's option to continue the 60-day grace period for the lease of parcel at the Citizens Collection Station in Donna, and that's with Richard Coors, while B would be authority to advertise for a Citizens Collection
So move.
in Mercedes.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
6 is presentation of the sole responsible vendor, Ray Jones, submitting the lowest and best bid for the lease of parcels for citizen collection sites in Mercedes.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
And let me just make one correction. B is for the area in Donna. I said Mercedes, it's Donna. C, Precinct 3, acceptance and approval of work authorization 1, estimated cost,
Precinct 2.
Precinct 2, pardon me, a cost of $850,455.07 submitted by L&G, and this is for all the services listed for the construction management of the Precinct 2, and I'm going to Cesar Chavez Road, Business 83 to Rich.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
B is pursuant to contract with LNG, Article 14. They are asking for the subcontracting of Quintanilla Headley and Associates and Ergonomics Transportation for right-of-way mapping traffic signals for that project.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item 2, for Precinct 2, acceptance and approval of work authorization 2, estimated cost $2,399,350.51 as submitted by the project engineer, LNG, for all the services as stated on the agenda, and the Cesar Chavez Business 83 to Nolan and Loop project.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
And pursuant to that contract, LNG is requesting approval to permit the subcontracting of Quintanilla Headley and Associates and Ergonomics for that project.
So moved.
Approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Pursuant to Article 3, holdover provision under this is Precinct 3, the contract between Hidalgo County and Jose Ramirez Jr. As needed until TCEQ issues confirming certification of official closure of the site for 25 acres, as the remaining 5 acres are currently under a new contract.
So moved. Approval. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Precinct 4, it is requesting a declaration of public purpose for all of the materials that are listed, and including but not limited to all the events that are listed through fiscal year 2019.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
For item F1, IT, acceptance and approval of the amendment to the end user agreement between the IT department, Hidalgo County, and Tyler Technologies for maintenance and support.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. You can take a rest a little bit, Martin. Go ahead.
Sure.
Rest, okay. All right, go ahead.
Am I whipping through? G, 1, Colonia Access Program, Precinct 4, presentation for discussion, consideration and action for project engineer at Quintanilla Headley and Associates to award to the responsible vendor Total Commitment Construction, LLC, submitting the lowest and best bid, meeting all specifications for the project known as Road and Drainage Construction of Green Valley Development Subdivision.
So moved. Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Item H, countywide, pursuant to the procurement packet requesting action on the selection of the evaluation committee for the RFP response received. There's only one response, credit card payment services. As I informed the judge yesterday, end users for this credit card payment services are the tax office, both motor vehicle and property side, county clerk, district clerk, JP Courts, Hidalgo County DA, the community service agency, and third parties and agencies coming out of the tax office. We recommend that perhaps the grading committee should be comprised of those end users, but the court has its discretion to appoint anyone they wish. We have sent out 2 memos to the users saying, this is the response received. Does it accomplish what you wish for it to? I've had limited response back. Only about 3 of the end users have responded. But we believe with our review that it does.
So what do you need?
We need to appoint maybe county clerk, district clerk, someone from the DA, CSA, as long as whatever.
That's fine.
You wish me to
Do you want
leave
them
it to
general
my-
or do you
to
want
my
them specific?
Whatever you choose.
Probably need to be specific people if they're graders.
Okay, then we would put county clerk, district clerk, tax office, DA's office, and CSA.
I don't know if that's specific. The first 2 were.
The first
We all
2
know
were.
who they were.
Tax
who they are.
office would be Paul Rodriguez.
Paul
I mean,
Villarreal.
Paul Villarreal, I'm sorry, Junior. And then the DA, I will defer to Ms. Josephine Ramirez in case she has to appoint someone, because I'm not sure what division this is for. And then the CSA, Jaime Longoria.
So moved.
It's the check department, so.
Check fraud department.
Check fraud department.
I'm
So,
sure this will be a quick process. I mean, it's not a
Oh,
big
yes,
deal.
it should,
Yeah,
it should.
sounds fine.
So,
And we need a motion.
I made a
Okay,
motion.
we have that as a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
believe it or not, that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, next item is the closed session pursuant to Chapter 551 of Texas Government Code, Section 551.071 and 551.072 and 551.087. We'll be discussing several items. We will return to take action in open session. May I have a motion to retire to closed session?
So
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Are there any action items to be taken?
Yes, sir. In open session, 30A, open session, real estate acquisition appropriation for savings, no action to be taken today. 30B, pending and or potential litigation, there's no action to be taken. 30C, deliberation regarding following economic development negotiations pursuant to Chapter 551 Texas Government Code, Section 551087, Project Auto and Project H218. No action to be taken, just proceed as directed. Item D, cause number C 1915-18-F, Patricia Love and Celeste Rodriguez versus the county, will proceed as directed. Item E, Blanca Quintanilla and Glendy Hernandez versus Hidalgo County Constable Precinct 3, will proceed as directed. Item F, Mika, Gary, Joel Rolfe versus Rio Grande City CISD et al. Ms. Josephina Ramirez's office will continue to monitor and protect the county's interest in the case, so there's no action to be taken. Claim of Frontier. Judge Commissioners, I'd like Settlement Authority to make an offer on the claim of Frontier in the amount of $2,795.70.
Move for approval?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
And item H under 30H, claim of CWL Limited. Judge Commissioners, I'd like Settlement Authority to make an offer to settle the claim in the amount of $108,701.75.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, Judge Commissioners, for the record, there is no action under 29A and 29B. And so before adjournment, our next Commissioners Court is March 26th, and that will be in the afternoon. So that is our fourth Tuesday of the month, 1:30 Drainage District, and 2 p.m. Commissioners Court.
Okay, that concludes our agenda items. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.